Hey guys, it's Blogan here again, and in this short lesson I want to introduce you to comments, a very important part of programming. I'll show you two types of comments that exist in C++ and show you some examples of using them. In programming, people don't always write understandable code. Quite often, many programmers write code that they eventually can't understand for several reasons. For example, they gave the entities in the code two unclear names, or wrote an overly complex algorithm that uses different calculation formulas. Perhaps now you don't understand how you can write code that you won't understand yourself because you write very simple programs with little code. But such problems happen and you need to be able to solve them. The first thing is to always think about how to name your entity so that by their names you can understand not only their meaning but also the meaning of the expression in which they participate. And the second is to use comments. A comment in programming is plain text in code that the preprocessor removes from a file before the compiler starts compiling the file. Comments are only for programmers. In the comments, programmers write an explanation of various complex algorithms, visually separate blocks of code, write the authorship of the code and various details from the review, and much more. The main thing to understand is that a comment is ordinary text that programmers use in most cases to explain code when they think that the code is not self-explanatory. From now on and throughout the course, I'll use comments frequently so that you'll remember them and analyze where I use them. The C++ language supports two types of comments: line comments and block comments. Line comments are tags that begins with a double slash. How does it work? Everything you write after these characters is a comment. Here's an example where I try to put this comment everywhere possible so that you study the places where this comment appears. Note that if you write text on the left of the double slash, then this text won't be considered a comment and the compiler will throw an error. Line comments can be written either on an empty line or to the right of your code. You can also use any number of comments. The main thing is to try to make sure that there are no more comments than code, because this is a sign of bad code. Note that Visual Studio colors comments green by default. You'll see these comments many times throughout the course.
Line comments have the disadvantage that they can be inserted between parts of the code, but block comments are possible. What is the difference between them? In a block comment, you specify the beginning and end of the comment yourself. Everything in between is text. So there are two advantages to a block comment. A block comment can be between parts of code, like here. Also, a block comment can consist of several lines without the need to write a double slash on each line. So look at this code in detail and you'll understand how this comment works. I want to give you some tips on using comments. Don't write them everywhere you can. For example, in the two examples I showed, they're not needed at all. They only distract from learning the code. With time and practice, you'll understand where to write comments. For example, if you are writing a complex algorithm, then think about whether it's worth adding an explanation to it. Perhaps you're using a popular mathematical formula, but its name isn't listed anywhere. If you indicated it in the comment, it would be easier for other programmers to understand the formula. Also, over time, you'll study other people's code, different libraries, and you'll notice different comments there. Some can be off-putting or confusing, while others can be very helpful in understanding the code. And that's the end of this lesson. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, you can support me by liking this video, writing a comment under it, subscribing to the channel, donating using the link in the video description, or becoming a sponsor of my channel. All these things popularize my channel and motivate me to continue recording lessons for you. Goodbye.